Hey, what's up? This is Shamika Jackson with Cafune Hair. I also own upscalelacewigs.com. I just want to do a real quick video. I want to try to make it short. I had originally did a video a couple days ago, but it was a little long. And I got in my feelings a little bit. Not to say I'm not okay with not getting in my feelings, but I really just wanted to just do a real quick check-in to see how everybody else is doing, see how you are doing. The last week has been very hard for me, and I'm sure it's been very hard for a lot of you that are watching. And I just want to do a quick check on you and see how everyone's doing, what we can do to help this situation, how to help our mental health. I can give you examples of what I've been doing that has been helping me tremendously over the past couple of days. Like, honestly, the past 2 days has been the best days for me, considering. So what I have been doing to help my mental health has been, I do have a therapist. I've always had a therapist the past couple of years. One of the best decisions I ever could have made in my life. I listen to a lot of Dr. Miles Monroe. I listen to my pastor. I make sure I go on those virtual church services. And I've tried to read more because I feel as though the more positivity that I absorb in my mind, the better my mood is. And I actually deleted my personal IG account, but it's kind of hard for me to delete my business account. So even through my business account, I see a lot of the protests, a lot of the more police brutality. And it's not that I wanted to ignore it because I know it's current. It's just that when it's consuming you that much, it really does something to you emotionally. Well, for me, it did. Something else I've been doing, I've been exercising. Not really exercising. I've been going out for walks more, trying to get out the house. Thank goodness my son's class finally finished, so now he's officially a second grader. So I think that will help. I think Corona just makes the situation emotionally even harder and a lot more difficult for us to have to deal with all of this, not having any outlets. So you just kind of talk on the phone, watch TV, and things like that. Those are the things that I've done personally, but it's been extremely hard for me to even focus on my business. Even the one day my sales went down to literally one sale versus maybe, someone ordering a few units a day. So I believe it's everybody. We're all definitely feeling it this time because of, in addition to it being quarantine. I did talk to my son about it. I didn't really go into detail about it. I wasn't sure how much he knew. Just from him going over my sister's house, my brother-in-law's house, I think he must have saw some of the news. So when we talked about it, I said, well, what do you think? And he just asked me, why did the cops do that? I said, pretty much color of his skin. And he said to me, well, God don't like that. And I said, I know, babes, I know. And then he didn't say much. And then he also said, well, Mom, they're going to have to pay consequences for that, Mom. They're going to have to pay consequences. So even from the mouths of babies, they understand. It's not that I wanted to tell too much detail because I kind of felt as though I wanted to wait a little bit to tell them because I kind of felt like it's going to be something else in another couple of years that he's going to be 9 or 10. I would have really had that conversation. But he does know a little bit about it. And I try not to go into too much detail. Okay, 2 more minutes. What can I do, or what is my plan? My plan is to support any boycotts. There is a ton of restaurants that are being supported by that support Trump and support these things. So I do plan on doing the boycotts. I do plan on doing the blackouts, which I think is July 6th. I think there's a couple other ones in between. I plan on supporting whatever I can do to help. And my main thing is now is I want to really become more familiar with the local government in my town and in my counties that I am personally not familiar with, because that is where the changes start. And I'm going to sit up there and be honest with you. I do the main primaries and things like that, but I am not familiar with my local government. And that's my number one goal, is to become more familiar. What can you do if you are someone who don't look like me and who are not black and you are Caucasian? Um, the best thing that you can do is talk to your people. The best thing you can do is talk to your counterparts, talk to your coworkers, talk to your neighbors, like anyone who say something stupid and you truly believe about Black Lives Matters and about the systematic the racism that goes on. The best thing you can do is talk to other people, not just the black people, but actually to other people to get them to have an understanding of what you can do to make a change and have just people be more aware. Sometimes I don't know if it's just pure ignorance that people just don't want to be aware, or people literally legit just don't want to know or just don't care. But if you support us, you support me, you support the business, I just ask for you to actually speak out and call it when you see it. All right, last thing. I will say, as part of like this whole process, I do feel as though the energy is a little bit different with this situation. I do feel as though there's a lot of people and a lot of companies and a lot of people that do not look like us that is taking a part in this protest. And not only they are saying what they feel and having a stand for it, they're actually also putting their money behind it, to show you that this is like we are in agreement that Black lives do matter. So I do feel encouraged that the energy is a little bit different this time around. I pray and hope that it remains, it stays consistent, and it stays persistent until change actually do occur. So hopefully everybody is doing well. Stay prayed up. Let's just keep working together and we will get through this. All right. Peace.